That's pretty good. Smash Toshi, welcome. What's up, man? Ready to pull. Yes, 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 I'm a nerd. Some old school goat cards. There we go. The lights are on. Let's go. Smash Yoshi's in the house. Silver Days, welcome. Welcome to the Boring Show, where we are bearish. What's trending? Or most visited, I guess? I don't know. I don't know. All these are garbage, though. I guess we could sort it by market cap, though. So, most visited, Bitcoin, Ethereum, obviously, BNB, blah, blah, blah. All the main coins. I guess maybe trending with market cap. Got some stuck in my teeth. Chainlink. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash is doing pretty good. Josh Tag says, welcome to the live stream. Man, I really want to buy this car. I have to sell my car, which I've been so busy today. I have to message this guy back. Let me just message him. Let's see. Yeah, we could do Bitcoin Cash, BCH. Taking a look at Bitcoin Cash on the live stream. So Bitcoin Cash is holding up very, very, very well. I mean, you had a spike and you've been consolidating over the 382 at $324. So technically it's still very, very, very bullish, and we're still waiting for this breakout. As long as it maintains structure and doesn't break down for whatever reason and break below that area, technically 891 and then 1600 is in play, okay? Which is this previous high over here. And then once you get a breakout, then this thing's going to the moon. But at any point, if you do start breaking structure and if you do break below, I want to say 324, you're probably getting a bigger correction back down to 140 to 198. But on the macro time frame, this is very bullish and it's holding up surprisingly very well. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you so much for your support. Dude, look at what happened with OXT. Oh my god. Look at this, man. This is crazy. Like, this thing's just gonna have like one giant recovery rally, I want to say. Yeah, Dogelon do even have 49. Dogelon, Mars. Yeah, I mean, it looks like you're going back down to these previous wicks. I think it's like 30, 39 to 40, right? Let's see. Taking a look at Dogelon Mars on the live stream. So at this point, we just broke this previous low. So obviously, we were, you know, we had that in the works. We said, hey, if it breaks the low, you're going lower, obviously. So the next area of support, I do put it and I do think we are actually going to come down and refill 41, like around 40. So just keep in mind that's another, hopefully we bottomed and we don't have to worry about it, but that looks like another 17% move down. Now, given that we have bottomed here and we're putting in a floor now, which I don't see support anywhere, so that would just be random. We saw resistance at 7 zeros 91 to 6 zeros 13. So if we do get some sort of relief rally, we could, so don't get overly bullish if we don't break this area. If we come back up here, get stuck, we could still come back down, make a lower low, and validate this downtrend that we're in. So price to beat would be this area to begin with. And then once we do that, then I'll just shift my focus on the macro time frame, because you can see we have a lot of areas of resistance to break. So we'll just leave it there. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. I hope we go up, and I'll catch you in the next video. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. I guess maybe I should just do an OXT video just for the hell of it. OXT USC on Coinbase. There we go. Wow. Taking a look at OXT Orchid Protocol on the live stream. It's funny, I started my channel back in 2020 and I only talked about OXT, and look how far we've come, right? So Orchid has not been performing well at all. I don't see any sort of posts on the developers. Kind of radio silent. It's very, very, very bearish, obviously. I can't believe we're actually all the way down, like back down here, but I do think that this is one of the coins that probably will have like one final relief rally before it maybe dies, unless it comes out with StoreKit and gets new partnerships and obviously more money to infuse in this project. But obviously the chart is very, very, very bearish, and we're sitting at the all-time lows, right? You're sitting, yeah, you just made an all-time low 38 minutes ago, and every single live stream that we've been looking at this, it's generally created a new all-time low. So it's just basically breaking down right now. We are extremely oversold on the RSI. One thing that I do want to point out is that on the weekly, we are also extremely oversold. So I do think that at some point their bots or their derivatives will be to, and motivation will be to pump, get the next batch of lambs stuck in here before we basically go back down and make a lower low. I don't know how much longer this thing's going to stay on exchanges, because that's one thing that I always worried about once we started breaking down and making lower lows, is that, hey, like, is the coin going to get delisted? And as of right now, it's not. There's nothing. I don't want to spread FUD, but you know what? You should be careful, especially given that it is sitting at all-time lows. So just be careful with the coin. Always do your due diligence, do your research, and yeah, just play it smart. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you so much for your support. Yeah, wow. OXT to the moon. You ready for the 10 p.m. nuke? 10 p.m. what? Pacific Standard Time or Eastern Time? Because Eastern Time would be 10, 9, 8, 7 o'clock. It'll be in 30 minutes. So, yeah. Ooh, my hair's all messed up. Brutal. It's okay. We never got alt season. It's fine. What are we gonna do? We're gonna cry. I'm gonna stand in the corner and cry. Can't wait to just become a full-blown Bitcoin maxi. Hey, Aloe, I'm surprised that Sajin guy isn't in here thinking that I'm gonna send him like $20 for whatever reason. Or, yeah. Freaking. Dude, the guy actually made a video, and it's like saying the same thing. I don't think he understands English, though. He actually might be, like, foreign. Sajin, welcome to the live stream. In time for UEDA speech in 30 minutes. Oh, I guess it's Eastern time. We shall see the market. Also, hello, Meow. Yeah, welcome, Sajin. Welcome to the live stream, man. Welcome to a live stream. Let's see. Let's see what happens to BTC. I just made a really cool video this morning on Bitcoin, actually, but dude, it got like barely any views. Yeah, I got barely any views. If you guys want to go watch this.
With Ralph's same day
Is it sad that I liked my own video?
You can shop the same in-store prices.
Good morning, everyone. It's Crypto Meow. Oh, I'm surprised you didn't see the Oh wait, no. Oops. Whew. Dodged a bullet there. All right, chat. What are we looking at? Or am I gonna start randomly picking coins like Shiba Inu? Hey, what's up? Hi. What's going on? Oh wow, my cat is... What's up, Knights of Insomnia? Welcome to the boring live stream. Welcome to the boring live stream, man. I don't know if we're gonna get a lot of people on tonight. It is kind of late, but whatever. Yeah, Luna Classic went all the way down. That's a good one. Just taking a look at Luna. Taking a look at Luna Classic on the live stream. So looking back, we did get stuck at resistance. We're coming back down like we talked about. We broke support at 405 and 4061, which would have allowed a continuation up into resistance and eventually a breakout. Like we said before, once that breaks, 32 and 39 is support. So technically we're in the last line of defense and the last area of support. If this area does not hold, then you are going to come back down and retest this bottom and possibly even come down and fill this wick if we're really bearish. So that's all I got to say. We've already talked about it. We've already talked about this scenario every single week during the weekly watch list update videos and during each live stream. So again, you come down here, you break this now, you are going to come back down and make a lower low. You get some sort of bounce here, you're probably going to in for a lower high. And once you do break that lower high, if we do break out, then you could argue for a reversal and bullish to the moon. But right now, people are probably waiting for a reversal, and that reversal has to break key areas of resistance at that point, which would be 57, given that we've bottomed, for a continuation up. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. I will keep you updated, and thank you so much for your support. For your support. Brutal. That's good, though. What's Jasmine doing? How's that metal detecting England guy? Yeah, damn. It's just, like, very unfortunate. Yeah. You're probably coming down to 2050 before getting some sort of relief rally. This is very bearish. Look at what happened to GFI, guys. I mean, I'm sure this thing's about to get delisted too. Look at this. Can you believe that? Hey, Ella, what was that coin that was extremely oversold? Besides Vara, right? What was that other coin? Yeah, oh my gosh, man. Look at this. Taking a look at Vara on the live stream. So, wow, this thing is very, very, very bearish. I mean, yeah, this coin looks like it's going to zero. You might get some bounces here and there, but just be careful. Nothing is bullish as of right now, given that we've bottomed, as long as the price action's below 2037, 2080. This is a really big move up, so just don't get trapped. For holders, you need to break this, which would be 285 and 700% pump. So you have opportunity to take profits there. This is definitely where traders are going to be taking profits. And then as a holder, you need to break this area and, you know, pray for some sort of miraculous reversal that breaks this area of resistance and then takes you to 3 cents 40 and then to the moon. But just keep in mind, Vara also is a coin that is releasing coins. So, you know, they came out, Coinbase came out with it and they started releasing coins, like most of the coins that they come out with. So just be careful. They're still not done releasing tokens into the circulation until 2027. So also keep that in mind. The Vara back here at 17 cents is not the same Vara as it is at 201. So as long as you're aware of that, you should be fine. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. Oh my gosh. Is Jasmy a Japanese token / origin? Yes. I think it's in Japan. Really, really hoping we get a bounce so I can get out. My coins are going to dust. I know. I believe me, man. I agree with you. Believe me. It's brutal. Just look at the Jasmy guy, man. He's still holding and waiting for a reversal that we might just not get. I mean, it's super bearish. That's very bearish to say. But, I mean, what's happening with it, right? What if it just pulls a GFI? What if it actually just... Like, this literally looks like what Jasmy did, but it just made all-time lows a day ago. It just made an all-time low 1 day ago. What kind of garbage is that? Imagine holding through all of this. Imagine holding 2023 to 2025 only to get rugged for the last going on 2 years. How brutal is that, man? And then Zebic, like we always say, and I'm sorry to say it, but that's why we always say it, right? You have support here at the 236382, right? So once this breaks, the next landing pad is here. No matter how long it takes, I think we're going there, you know? So, and we don't have to go there. We might get some sort of reversal from now until then. Or it might just be a long bleed where it just constantly traps people and then it just traps people and then it like consolidates and then it even breaks lower. Like most coins did, you know. I'm holding Cartesi and it's going to 0. Bartizan, we got the Caspa whale here. Welcome to the live stream, man. Cartesi. Oh wait, no, it's CTSI. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's still in this downtrend. You don't have support anymore. Yeah, you don't have support anymore. Taking a look at Cartesi CTSI on the live stream. So unfortunately, you're still in this downtrend. You just broke down, so you don't have any support. I mean, I guess technically, you could say no. You actually don't have any more support. So as of right now, you don't have any more support. The next area of support I would put is at 2 cents 60, which is double bottoming from October of 2020. And then also possibly coming down and filling this wick at 2 cents 35. But at any point, if the bottom breaks out here, then you're probably getting a bigger capitulation down. And I don't know how low you can go, but let's not be so bearish. On the flip side, if we put in a bottom here, then you have resistance at 5 cents 60 to 8 cents 30. So we could still get a reversal, come back up there. That's crucial resistance, and you absolutely need to break this area of resistance, because if you don't, you're just going to make a lower high, keep in this downtrend, keep in this channel, and come back down and probably make a lower low at that point. Your best case scenario would be getting a relief rally and then consolidating, starting to form a base before the market turns bullish again, and then you'll go to the moon. But that's like pure hopium right there. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for your support. I'll catch you in the next video. Been holding it for 5 years. What a waste. It's okay, man. I held OXC for 5 years and I sold it in June. And I'm so happy I did, because I would have been absolutely devastated. Yeah, I sold it in June. Yeah, I sold it here. I sold it here. I remember. I don't know if you guys remember on the live stream. I sold it and then it started going up. And then I was like, oh, guys, of course. Like, of course I sold it, because I sold it at like 6 cents. And it started going up. Like, of course I sold it and now it's going up. But luckily for me and unluckily for everyone that was holding it, unfortunately, it ended up never breaking that area and just went to 0. So I understand, man. I held OXC since 2019. It's not a good feeling at all. So, oh, my back. We've been getting farmed for the last 5 years. Man, we've been rinsed. Yep. It's very, very, very bad. Very unfortunate. Nothing we can do about it. I should have followed you out the door. Yeah, I mean, like, I actually stuck with my plan, luckily. When I noticed that BTC started having bearish signals, which is what we talked about on the live streams, I was like, hey, once this breaks, I'm not going to go back and say, oh, like it's bullish. Once this breaks, I'm throwing in the towel. Like, was like 103,000. I don't know if you guys remember, but we said once that breaks, like, I'm done. I'm not going to play this game anymore because they're going to just suck all your money. And so I just sold, and I was like, I'm done with it. I'd rather just wait, or I'd rather just keep my money in my bank. If you just got here, please vote on the poll. That would be great. That would be greatly appreciated. Excuse me. How's Dogecoin doing? Dogecoin's going to zero, man. Taking a look at Dogecoin on the live stream. So unfortunately, Dogecoin is breaking down. Like we said, that was one of our scenarios. Obviously, it's easy to look at it and be like, oh, it's going to go down. It's going to consolidate. It's going to go up. Obviously, right? I guess the one key takeaway information that you can grab from this channel or from this video is the next major area of support is 11 cents, and then as low as probably coming down and filling this wick at 10 cents. Keep in mind, these are all very key areas that coincide perfectly with, I want to say support, right? Yeah, so that coincides with support. So if this area breaks, then obviously we're in for a much deeper correction, which I do think is still in play if we're actually in a bear market. Keep in mind, as long as we're still over 11, though, let me see. You know what? Never mind. Yeah, this area of resistance is officially invalidated. So we kind of need to see where we're going to bottom before we get some sort of reversal at this point. So I don't even know where the bottom is. I would probably say 11, between 11 and 10 cents, which will actually box. So once we establish a base, then we could look at either the bounce targets or the areas that it needs to break on the macro time frame and the shorter time frame for it to be bullish and for a trend reversal. But right now it's very bearish. So keep in mind, you actually also broke below the 382. So if anything, it needs to break 13 cents 79 for any sort of argument for a reversal as of right now. And then support is at 10 cents to 11 cents. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. No, Aldo, I'm getting my 5K back. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna get my 5K back, and then you guys are gonna see it too. So I'm playing no games. I need to get it back. I hate losing a freaking lot. Like, how crazy is that, man? I'll get it back with Bitcoin. What buy indicator? Yeah, there's a magical fairy that comes and tells me when to buy. I'm just joking. I'm just gonna like, the next time I see BTC extremely oversold, like when we're all in the red and people are like, oh my god, I'm so scared, crypto sucks. When the RSI is extremely oversold, when RSI extremely oversold coinciding with support, that's when I'm gonna buy. So I want to say 70,000 because I think that's going to reset. I think also on the weekly, that is going to push the weekly RSI in extremely oversold, which again happens very rarely. So I think this is where I'm going to be dropping most of my money in. And then I'm going to look for a 10 to 20% gain off that, which will be like a couple $1,000. But slow and steady wins the race. Please check out SHX. Need an update. What's up, Robert? Welcome to the live stream. Going to sell if it goes back to 4 cents, if it ever does. I stopped buying a while ago, at least. That's good. We're going to make it. We're going to make it back. I have faith. Yeah, of course. Nothing goes down forever, man. You are bound to get some sort of relief rallies. They're not going to send it to zero because they're going to try to farm us. They're not going to let us like give up. They're going to give us hope, and then they're going to try to like just take it all. They're just always going to be taking our money away. SHX. Yeah, so taking a look at SHX on the live stream, stronghold. So unfortunately, our chart didn't play out. We said that we had to stay over 1 cent 70. We unfortunately came down, broke down, and now we broke critical area of support at the 618.786. So I do think that right now everything's invalidated, and the next area of support, major area of support, is going to be for 2048. That is the next landing pad. It doesn't have to go down that low. We have to just establish a base before we can look at the next areas of resistance. So I don't know how low this is going to go, but just keep in mind the next area of support is going to be 2048. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for your support. Slow night tonight, huh? We got 13 votes. Get your votes in. We got 13 bogeys in the chat. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Long day today, man. Let's see what we can look at. BTC is going up. Let's go. All right, we're back. Sage says, since it's a slow night, would you like to clarify our bet? I literally said it. I mean, I don't know what there's a misunderstanding about. I told you I will give you the chance to tell me to buy $20 of whatever you think and whatever you want me to buy as the content creator on Robinhood. So like, there's nothing else to clarify. It's very simple. And then if I win, you're going to support the channel and super chat $10. It's just an easy, fun, nice bet, you know. But you took that, and then you thought that shut up, Aloe. You thought that I was going to give you $20. Like, what? How does that make sense? You got to listen to the video. Dude, Aloe, you just have to pour fuel on the fire, don't you, man? Oh my god, Aloe. I'm gonna ban you. Banning Aloe now. Can you check XYO and AKT and say what you think? Yeah. Sure. XYO. Let's take a look at XYO. Dude, I love it. I love it. Please keep going. Aloe, please. Is that all you got? Please keep going. Please don't stop. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop being Aloe. Taking a look at XYO on the live stream. So unfortunately, XYO is bearish. It is bearish under 2061. So that is a price that we absolutely need to break over. Otherwise, we are bearish, and we're probably going to go back down, and we've already landed on support at 205. There is no more support. So once this area does break, then you're looking at a bigger correction, possibly a double bottom at 2038, or even a double bottom back down to 2027. So 38, 27. But as long as we're putting in a bottom now, and once we get back over 206, then we could start changing the narrative and getting, through key areas of resistance for this to be a continuation and an uptrend forming. But until then, it's unfortunately still macro bearish. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you so much for your support. Yeah, I don't know what you don't understand. We're not going to keep talking about this, but we literally keep talking about this. I don't know what you don't understand about the bet. It's very simple. I'll even read it to you, Look. Sure, I'll super chat $10. All right, let's do it. So you said I'll super chat $10.
All right, let's mark it. So the 18th and 19th, yeah, deal. And then if I get it wrong, so if it's not red,
so if I get it wrong and if it's
on the
red,
18th and 19th,
I don't know what you don't understand about this. On the 18th and 19th,
then you could tell me I'll buy something, whatever you tell me that's
I'll buy something, whatever you
on
tell
Robinhood.
me that's on Robinhood.
I'll put in $20
in there. So that's basically giving you control of, I'm going to tell Crypto Me Analysis to buy $20, or me, it's like me saying, oh, you lost the bet, so I'm going to give you, so I want you to buy OXT, like my coin. I want you to buy Dogelon Mars, You misunderstood. So we're not going to keep going it. This is the last time I'm going to say that. It's fine. If you lose your bet, you don't have to pay. Don't even worry about it. You don't even have to super chat. You can still come in here and support the channel. Jorbeck, welcome. But that's the last time we're going to talk about it, Sajin. I think he said he's giving all of us. Oh, yeah, exactly. Sure. Yeah, I'll give him for $20 with a Dogelon. Chekos say a few months ago, if Elon loses 4K, it's a rug. We hit 4K yesterday, 4,900 now, so I lose 900 points. It's over. Do you believe that? It's hard to say. Yeah, it does. It is very, very, very bearish. Oh, Silver Days! Merry Christmas with the trees, man. TikTok link, let's go. I need to get to 10,000 subscribers in TikTok. AKT, what is that? Oh, it's a coin. He meant my Robinhood account, not yours. Yeah, I don't think he's understanding that. Yeah, this is so bearish. Once we broke down, it's super bearish, man. Once you broke this area, once you broke down, obviously the 61876 is next, and you didn't even get a bounce. So, this is ultra bearish. You're probably going to come back down. There is no more support. You're breaking below support. So if 36 cents breaks, then this thing is cooked. I don't know where it's going to land. I would probably put it at double bottom back down to 15 cents. Now, if you get some sort of relief rally or a recovery rally, just keep in mind you could still get some sort of relief back up to 70 to $1. But even then, if it goes down there, or if it comes back up there, you're still in this downtrend, okay? So you're still making a lower high. I guess even here. Right? Really like that. You get the point. Very bearish, unfortunately. I don't know what to buy if that happens. Kind of don't want to lose all my money, my 80% minus. Yeah, but at this point, well, how many Dogelon Mars do you have? Bajornabek, how many Dogelon do you have? Because if you have 100 billion, it's not going to go down 80%. I think maybe you'll lose 50%. And at that point, does that even matter? Does that really even matter? No, just hold it, I mean, I don't think Dogelon's going to die, but you know, and just hold and forget that money for 4 years. Swift coin, dude. Yeah. What's up, man? This guy wants me to look at Swift coin with the cool glasses. Yeah, so Swift coin right now, you are over critical. So you got a nice bounce, but you did get stuck at resistance 2066 to 96. So we are getting a sell-off. If 37 breaks, you're cooked. If this actually ends up holding and you establish some sort of base and a floor, then that's still resistance. So you just need to break out of this resistance, and then we could say to the moon, reversal incoming. I have 27 billion. Yeah, you don't even, I would just forget about it, man. You might as well just forget about it at this point. It's like $1,300, man. I mean, not that that's not a lot of money, but like, it's just like you're gonna sell a bottom, right? Like, look how oversold it is. Like, I do think we are gonna get some sort of bounce, right? So look at it on the weekly, right? We're hitting oversold on the weekly, so hopefully a reversal is coming soon. But, you know, we might go lower. We might go lower. But you will get some sort of relief at some point. And how high it goes, I have no idea. But until I see some sort of bottom forming and consolidation, I won't feel like any way about Dogelon. Because even if we get a reversal, we could still come back down and then retest this and then move up from there, right? So tire low? What does tire low mean? What's up, Satoshi Nakamoto? Can't sell it at 1300s from 700k, 7,000k. What do you mean? What do you mean 7,000k? What do you mean? You put in $7,000 and now you, oh, okay, wait, 7,000, because 7,000k is like $7 million. So you meant like $7,000 or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I understand, man. I understand. It's like at some point it just becomes like you might as well hold it because you already know there are big reversals that do happen. Like even back here when it did fall down this low, you still had a massive rally. You still had a 300% pump, right? So what's a 3x? Like even if we got a 3x, right? What's a 3x on 1700, 1300? It's still, you know, $4,000 at least. Like at least you'll only be down $3,000. I know it's early here. Yeah, it's late here. It's actually 7 o'clock here. So, oh yeah, what's happening right now? BOJ. Let's see. Do you guys want to watch it? Yeah, we might as well watch it, right? No. No, what's going on? I guess they're not live streaming it. Aventus. Dwayne Kelly says Tau update. Welcome to the wow, we've already been live for 40 minutes. Absolutely nothing is happening. Yeah, let's take a look at Aventus, or actually let's take a look at Tau and then we can take a look at Aventus for you. Yeah, so taking a look at Tau. Yeah, you're sitting on support right now. Almost. So for Tau, you have support at $211. If this thing breaks down, you're probably going to come back down and retest these lows like you did last time at 163. So that's critical support right there. And then we don't even know where the bottom is. So until we establish a bottom, it's not even worth trying to guess where the bottom is. So right now, support at 214. 214 breaks, you're cooked. Keep in mind that you are extremely oversold on the RSI on the daily. And then on the weekly, nothing to report. So just on the daily, you're oversold. Last time you were down here was here, okay? And you created a bullish divergence, right? Because you actually double bottomed here, made a lower low on the price, and then you had a recovery rally. So just keep in mind, you might actually do the same thing and actually come down here and tag that before you get a next relief rally, okay? So that's pretty much it for Tau. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And then Aventus. Aventus needs partnerships, need listings, because if you don't get it, this thing's cooked. So Aventus, like we said last time, there is come on down to pick me up. What do you mean? Oh my god, it's Friday tomorrow. I gotta put the trash out. Shit, I forgot. Oh, I gotta put the trash out and the recycling out. Well, we'll be live for another 18 minutes, so I'll do it afterwards. Yeah, so for Aventus, 73 cents is support. Just keep in mind, we're not gonna even look at the next targets on the upside because obviously if the bottom's changing, then it doesn't matter. So we gotta wait at some point. We'll get some sort of reversal. So at that point, we'll take a look at it and see, hey, this is resistance that needs to break. Otherwise, you're gonna be making a lower high and it's bearish. 73 breaks, you're pretty much out of luck, I want to say, because that's a 382, right? Let's see. I guess I did it from here. Yeah, this is 76. So then the next one would be down here, and it'll be 33 cents. Yeah, so 33 cents will be the next area of support, which is another 50% capitulation. And at that point, you're probably wrecked. All right, Sajin, you're officially on timeout because you don't understand. Like, it's not my fault you don't understand, dude. We're not going to keep talking about this. You can do whatever you want. Like, you don't get the bet. You don't understand it. If you think you're going to come in here and then, like, do that, like, that's very bad antics over there. You do whatever you got to do, Sajin. Just don't do it in my live stream. I feel ICP will move with 3x. I could sell all Elon and bet on ICP to do a 3x soon, then add 4 to 5K to Elon. That would be more than 47 billion. You really think ICP is going to move? Let's see. Oh my god, ICP broke down. That's not good, man. Yeah, ICP broke down. I mean, you could, like, you could get a 200 to 700% pump on that, but you could also do that on Dogelon, right? You could just as well say the same thing for Dogelon, because Dogelon's also breaking the low. So if you feel ICP does it, maybe you just sell it, maybe you just do 50-50, you know? And then whichever one runs first, you could just rotate into the other. Or both of them are going to go to 0. So hello, sir. Can you look at Axelar and what it means for holders since Circle bought the team and not the token? Can you also do Peanut, sir? Thank you. For both, can you give me your altcoin season? To altcoin, I love it. Does it look like we're getting an altcoin season, sir? No, it's brutal, man. Axelar. Yeah, I mean, this is just at the bottom, right? It's actually hitting this downtrend right now, unfortunately, but I mean, there's like, right, there's no floor because like just resistance is just going to keep going lower and lower. So I don't even know if like Axelar, yeah, it's a 90 million market cap. I want to say yeah, so like you can see they released coins. So back here, when it first came out, the market cap was 43 million and the price was 53 cents. And now the market cap has doubled that and it's 8 cents. So you can kind of see that they diluted the coin. So I don't know if this coin's ever going to go back to its all-time high. Maybe it does maybe it goes to 48 cents and that's it. Or maybe it has a 618 retracement at 72 cents. So that's what I have to say, given that we've bottomed. If not, I don't know how low it's going to go because you're literally sitting at the all-time low. So you and I are looking at the same chart and like, okay, well, is this going to go lower or are we going to get a reversal? Well, if we get a reversal, 19 cents, 32 cents is in play. And then I would say if you're lucky, if we get alt season, if it's strong enough, you have a 618 retracement at 72 cents. But also it might not go that high because they diluted the crap out of it. It's 90 million and it's sitting at 8 cents at the all-time low. You just recorded an all-time low 26 minutes ago. So the token unlocks too. Like they're not even done releasing all the coins. Now, granted, the fully diluted versus the market cap is very close. So you're like 90% diluted, but you still have token release, like tokens being released. So just be careful with it. And then you said peanuts. Peanut the squirrel. Yeah, this thing's also breaking down. So like the same thing here, right? We don't know where it's going to bottom. You move this and you move resistance and you do the same thing. So I'd say for peanut, it's a little bit different because I think it's at least fully diluted. So I don't think like you do the market cap, you see how there's no, it just came out and everything's already out, right? So there's no token unlock schedule or anything like that. So I'd say for peanut, it might be a little bit better. You might actually go back to all-time high. And if we do get alt season, then peanut up to $20 or whatever. Peanut past $2.50. Nobody really knows where it's going to land. But at least if we get some sort of recovery rally, and we don't get alt season, but it has like a retracement, 63 cents would be the sweet spot where that's like theoretically a good time to think that the top is in, and then anything past that, then good for you. But I can't tell you altcoin season because I can't tell you altcoin price prediction and season based on these coins because they're sitting at their lows. Like if it was still at least in an uptrend and then we get alt season, then it's a different question. Then it's a different story because not only are you still in an uptrend, but you're still relatively close to the previous high. And at that point, you're looking at the 1618 and you're looking at the next higher high in all-time highs, not when a coin is sitting at the low. Right now, these are miracle coins. So it would be a miracle for you to even go back up to 63 cents. So that's why it's like and then factoring in dilution, factoring in tokenomics and all that stuff, you have to factor that in. So that's what I think about peanut. It's fully diluted. No surprises. I like it. Axelar, I already showed you. You already know. It's still being diluted. So play that one a little bit more conservatively. Not my not financial advice and just my opinion. So thank you. All right, Bajonro says, yeah, but Dogecoin is slow. ICP is more popular, so it will run first. Possibly. Numerology say year end in February. Dogecoin did pump in January last time, so 4-year cycle end in February 2026. Hoping for last pump next 2 months. I hope so. That would be nice getting a pump. That would be nice. Wow. 74% of the chat says yes, we will get alt season in 2026. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Wow, you guys are very bullish. On that pump, I will sell 90%. So for ICP, I mean, if you get a pump on ICP, given that we've bottomed, again, we don't know if we've bottomed or not, but I mean, this would have been the pump to sell, you know? It went up 258%. Do you really think that you're going to get another move up like that? Technically, when we get this giant move, you get a really big move back down before you even attempt to go up. Like, this is literally what happens when you get a liquidity wick and then you go all the way down to make a lower low. And that looks like what's happening right now. At least Elon didn't have that. Elon never had like that big of a pump, right? You just had a pump back here and then you just started going down. So there is more of a probability, like just like we saw, where Elon does the same thing that ICP just did, right? Where you get that big pump and then you come right back down like Elon or like ICP did, and then you have the opportunity to sell that pump, right? Oh, okay. So you meant Dogelon. Yeah, that's if you get it. But like out of both the charts, yeah, I think that obviously Dogelon would be the one to pump, right? I would think Dogelon would be the one to pump. So you buy that in the meantime, and then you sell the top, and then it goes all the way back down, and ICP capitulates even more, and then you take that money and you rotate it into ICP, and then ICP gets a recovery rally, and then you just play that avenue. You just play that. The question is, are we going to get a recovery rally from here and break out? Or are we going to go straight down? That is a good question. That is a good question. Get my phone, see if we got any coin requests. Very slow night, 54 minutes. We should be live for another like 7 minutes, 8 minutes. So get your join the live and I'll take a look. Oh, I guess they already did. We're going down, but lots of Tesla, 550 calls coming in, SPY 700 calls coming in on 126, 116, 2026. Oh, we'll see. We will see. I'm just hoping we get some sort of relief rally. I mean, everyone's waiting for this relief rally, so it would be really nice to get it. What coins do you think we can get at 20x, bro? I don't know. I don't want to say any coins because, like, I don't know. I'm just looking at your, like, me, for my plan for next season is just trading and buying Bitcoin and just playing it smart. Buying when we're extremely oversold on the daily. Because every single time this happens, you at least have an opportunity to sell, make some money. So that's literally my plan, to try to get my money back. But That's how I'm going to play it. But we'll still look at all your guys' coins, and like for Ondo, like you come in here, you're like, hey, look at all my coins. We can still take a look at it. Yeah, Ondo broke the 236382. You're probably going to come back down to 16 to 28 cents on macro time frame. It doesn't mean you can't get bounces, and it doesn't mean you can't go up. Okay? It just means that that's the next landing pad before the next major move up, in my opinion. This is where the price has to go. This is where demand is before we move up. Okay? Doesn't mean that you can't come up, make a lower high, and then come back down and validate this downtrend. Okay? And then once you break key areas of resistance and get a clear breakout, then we can say to the moon. But right now, very bearish. You're under all moving averages. Everything's curling down, and everything's pointing to capitulation and coming back down, even though you're extremely oversold on the daily. So yeah, wow. Look at this, like pump funds down 33.48%. Wow. Hey, what happened to Monad? Do you remember the Monad guy? Does he come here anymore? What's his name? JY Adventures? Yeah, he doesn't come here anymore. Damn, you're still live? Yeah, we've only been live for 57 minutes, Bardazon. I live stream at least for 1 hour. My goal is at least to stay live for 1 hour. That's my goal. So if you look at my channel, if you look at my live stream, it's at least live. Like, you'll see the minutes, and it's at least 1 hour all my live streams. You're not going to find a live stream that's less than an hour. Damn, all my coins going down. Same here, man. I saw him in Vision's live stream yesterday, I think. Yeah, I don't know if he comes here anymore. He might not like me because I said don't buy Monad. And that's the truth, man. Sometimes, like, you know, some people don't like to hear that. It's like, oh, what do you think about my coin? I think that they literally listed this coin, and it went to the, and then they pumped it, and then they trapped every single person. And basically, I don't know if it's ever going to go back up to those highs, because they're going to be releasing circulation into the supply, and they're going to be diluting the crap out of this out of this coin, like they've done most coins, like OXT, ApeCoin, GST, Spell, AMP, like all those old school coins, and even more. So every single coin's going down. Yeah, there's no movement on anything, man. Like, there's like nothing to look at here. Probably going to go back down on Bitcoin too soon. I read that. I think Peanut just double bottomed up now. I think you started earlier. I thought you started earlier. No. I started a little bit later tonight. I was pretty busy. Horizon says, oh yeah, crypto, I'm not telling you to buy Caspin now. Do your research and buy it when you feel like it's a good time to buy it. I'm not telling you to buy it now. Dwayne Kelly Keller says, what do you think about AVAX? I'm in disbelief that it's actually going down. Like, how's AVAX going down? You know what I mean? How the hell is AVAX going down? Like, this was supposed to be like the next big thing. So was Cosmos. Do you remember Cosmos? How is Cosmos at $1? How, like, what? Bro, this is a joke. Cosmos is at $1 is a complete joke. I'm sorry, let's go back to AVAX. Yeah, so for Avalanche, there's no more support on the shorter time frame. I guess you could take a look at it on here and say you could go back down to $6 for AVAX. Or you could come back down and double bottom back here and fill this wick at $9. But there is no more support, so you're probably headed there. You're probably headed to $9, man. And at that point, you better hope that you double bottom and you start moving up from here. But this is very bearish, unfortunately. So I think that on the macro time frame too, it's still bearish. There's no trajectory. There's no trend. It's bearish under $16, $17. So you could still get a fake scam pump back up to $25, but you're still going to be validating this lower high pattern, and you're making lower highs and lower lows. So you're just probably going to come back down and fall off the table. So very bearish. The only time I would say possible trend reversal is if price action gets over $25, stays over $25, and eventually breaks this, and then we could say, okay, there's a reversal in play. But it's very bearish. I mean, we're looking at the same thing, right? It's very bearish. Bartizan says head and shoulder completing. Head and shoulder completing. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yeah, so we've been live for an hour now. So I think Sajan's timeout is gone. So hopefully he relaxes. Otherwise, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to. I haven't banned somebody in a while from the channel. So if he just doesn't get it, then that's just unfortunate. But it is what it is, you know. Some people just don't understand. Some people just don't get it. So no hard feelings though. But let's see. BTC 1 hour is great. Higher head and shoulder completing. Oh my God, Bartizan, you're looking at it on the hourly. That's crazy. What are you shorting it? I'm just buying Tau on the next dip. So you're buying Tau at. Let's see. You're buying Tau at 166. Yeah. Buy Tau at 166, and then if it goes up, then you already have Tau, and if it doesn't go back down, or if it does go back down, then you'll have an opportunity to get it at a big discount. Yeah, I think Tau is a good coin. I really do. Yeah, it's a pretty big coin. Very small. Ooh, they're releasing coins though, but it's such a small like supply. Like 21 million, but look, they're like releasing coins. You could see because the price was 715, and then it was 708, and then it was 498, and then the market cap was actually the highest it's been, with the price being the lowest peak. So Sajan, I'm gonna ban you. You're banned. I'm done with him. He's done. Alright, he's banned. I gave him a chance, but he no longer has a voice in here. Anyway, so I think we're gonna call it here. So thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate all the super chats, all the members, all the subscribers. Thank you so much for coming by. And just remember, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. This is all just for entertainment purposes and nothing more. Have a great night. Have a great day. And I will see everybody I will be live again tomorrow around 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll make a post about it. So hopefully I see everybody in tomorrow's live stream. Otherwise, take care. Have a great Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Yeah, I'll catch everybody in the next live stream. Have a great Friday.